morning. I'm Mary.
I'm Linda. Welcome.
Yeah, we're gonna. I walked in this morning. Linda's house smells so good. She's baking cakes.
Yep, we're getting ready to go to Wichita Falls to your youngest granddaughter
Miranda's
baby shower. And today's fall, the first day of fall.
I know it. It feels good too. It's gonna be in the 50s in the morning. That's what I heard on the
I sure am
I'm
happy
welcome.
about it.
I
am
am.
happy. And usually, when they forecast something like that in outlying areas, it's usually cooler.
Yeah.
Because there's not concrete
Right.
and
Right.
stuff from when you're inside of a city where there's a lot more heat than there is. So I wouldn't be
I'm looking
surprised
forward
if it's
to
not
it.
I-40.
I'm looking forward to it.
So we hope y'all are having a good day. We got a couple of
Yes.
thank yous to do. Mary, you want to go first?
Yeah, I got this package in the mail, and I did open it. And then after I opened it, and it's something for Linda and I both, I said, you know what? I want to just, I didn't, Linda doesn't know what's in it. I said, I'm just going to open that on air and let y'all see.
I think we should start doing
Yeah,
that. We're always so excited to get a
I
package.
know it, I know it. When I pick up something from the post office, if it's small, I want to open it right there in the car before I ever even get home.
Like a little kid.
Yeah. But I think we're going to start opening it on air so y'all can see what our followers are giving us. And it has a card inside, and it is from Nancy
Eiler.
Eiler.
From Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a cute little note
Sweet letter
inside.
she wrote. Yeah.
And I've already read it, and I'll let Linda read it
Okay.
later. And let's see what she got us, Linda.
Okay.
She sent us a real nice little, looky here. Sent us both cup towels. Aren't these
how
pretty?
Pretty.
Aren't these
Pumpkin
pretty?
patch. That is so nice. Thank
Isn't
you,
that nice?
Nancy.
That's a nice cup towel.
I love that.
Isn't that
It's got a
nice?
little fur on the little squirrel's
Yeah.
tail. That is so cute.
That
I
is
guess,
so-
is that a squirrel?
It
Yeah,
says
it's a squirrel.
pumpkin patch. Isn't that nice? Let's see what else is in here. Oh, here's a prayers to share 100 pass-along notes for peace. Isn't that
That
nice?
is so sweet. I love
Oh.
Day Spring. That is so
A
sweet.
lot of little
Thank you very much.
little prayers, daily prayers
I
or
love
quotes.
that.
Isn't that nice?
I feel like it's Christmas.
And let's see what else is in here. This is some kind of whisk, and she tells in her card what these are.
Okay.
It's a ball and
Is
plate
it a
whisk
set?
set. Yeah, it's a set.
Okay.
The set.
Well, that's sure
Two
something
different kinds.
different. I'm anxious to try
Yeah, I know
this.
it. I hadn't
see,
either.
see what this is.
And like I said, I had already looked at it, but I didn't see. I should have figured out how to use it so we could show you. But anyway, those are real.
Ball and plate with set.
Yeah. So I guess maybe you do it in a plate. I'm not
Instead of
sure.
stirring in a frying pan or folding ingredients in gently when working with delicate mixes.
So
Like
it's
Peru's
something
or
different.
gravies or
Yeah.
sauce. Thank you very
Isn't
much.
that nice? I don't know where she would have gotten this. And here's two little
Oh,
a little bird ornaments. Aren't they
how
cute?
cute.
Little bird ornament.
You
Isn't
love
that cute?
birds
I
and
love
Mama
birds.
loves birds too. That
I
is
love
so
birds.
sweet. I love
Yeah.
that. That is
So-
so sweet.
I thought so too. They're just alike. And then a ornament, a little bell, an angel, a bell with a.
Oh,
Isn't that cute? Another little.
that is
We'll
so
hang them on our
cute.
tree this year, Linda.
I
Aren't
love
they cute?
those. Those are so cute.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nancy.
Nancy.
That was so sweet.
It was. So just a whole bunch of goodies. I'm gonna set them over here.
And I did like Mary. I opened the package that I got, and this is from Pat Lockhart. And we have some very talented viewers that follow us, and we have gotten cards before that people have made for us.
Mm-hmm.
But Pat sent, and I'll let you look through them, Mary. Pat's made these for us to send to someone. And it's a variety. There's thank you cards. I mean, they are just beautiful. And what I love about it, every one of them has a scripture on it.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, it's beautiful.
She does some beautiful work.
And Pat, we will love these,
Yes.
and I already know who I'm going to send a couple to.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Me
This is
too.
very personalized work.
Very,
It's
very
just beautiful.
beautiful. I guess we ought to show. Isn't that pretty?
Gorgeous.
They're
Where's
beautiful.
the one with the butterfly on it? I'm
Right
gonna
here. Isn't that
Show
beautiful?
that.
It's a sympathy card. Isn't
And
that
then-
beautiful?
Then there's another one that's got the flowers. So pretty. And that one
Here's
is
another.
pretty. And of course they come with envelopes.
Yeah, and they got a scripture on the back. These are beautiful cards.
And there's
Absolutely
one that's
beautiful.
got there's another butterfly
Oh,
that
okay.
one.
This one.
praying for you. I think that is
Isn't that beautiful?
so beautiful. Thank you very much,
Yes.
Pat. And Pat wrote a very sweet letter.
Yeah, I want to read
Sent
it.
us pictures. Mary hasn't read it yet because she just got here this morning. But
It's a
very
beautiful-
sweet, and it made some of the things y'all say made me chuckle because everybody knows us by now. We are a ton alike, but we're
Yes.
also a lot different.
Yes.
Y'all know I'm the vocal, outspoken one, and Mary's the little meek, sweet one. And it's really funny to get comments or letters and people
Mhm.
saying, I
They
can
know
relate
it's-
to you, I
yes,
can relate to Mary.
yes.
So
I'll put these over here out of the way.
it just
So we
makes,
can get
us,
started.
makes us feel connected and
Right.
really close to all of y'all. And so we really appreciate that.
So,
And my table's a mess right now, y'all, so you're just gonna have to overlook that. When I'm baking, I have to have a lot of stuff out. And I don't go put it up, so I have to go back and get it every time I want something. So I guess first of all, I've got the oven on and we're gonna start on the cake, but I wanted to talk about box cake mixes, Mary.
okay. Okay.
And this is something that you don't see real often. It's a pink velvet. Have you ever seen
I
a pink velvet?
don't think I have.
Everybody at one time or another has used box cake mix.
Yes.
There is not one thing wrong with it. In fact, the box cake mixes now are a lot better than they were
very good.
back when we were
Yeah.
kids. I don't guess we ever bought a box cake mix when we were kids. I don't ever remember having one. But I'm going to just give you a couple little tips. If you're in a pinch and maybe, I don't even know if they do cupcakes anymore at school. They got so many rules and regulations. They may not do that anymore. But
At the little school parties.
right, if your kid comes in and tells you they need something the next day, or you forgot somebody's birthday and you need to make something real quick and you don't have time to go to the store, but you got a cake mix in your cupboard, and I would suggest to keep some
Yeah,
for
I do.
times
I
like that.
have some in mine.
Just pull it out. Don't be intimidated, and don't apologize, because you can make some very good desserts
And-
with a box cake
Add
mix.
pudding mix. You can add instant pudding mix.
You
in
can
it.
make a cobbler with
Yeah.
just a can of peaches
Yeah.
and some butter and a
Right.
cake mix.
You sure
And it's a good cobbler
Yeah,
too.
it
It
is.
is, in a pinch.
Yeah.
So what you need to do, replace the water and use milk. If you only have 2% milk, use that. If you've got whole, I would suggest to use whole. Now, I am not familiar working with almond milk or any of the milks that are not
Not
non-dairy milks. I'm not familiar with those, so I'm not going to tell you something I don't know. But if you have whole milk, replace the water with the milk, and I always use extra large eggs. Most people don't buy them, but that's what I use.
The extra large is what large used
Yeah,
to be.
they're not big. They're absolutely not. And you can also add like a package of pudding mix
Yeah,
in it,
instant pudding mix.
and
Absolutely.
just
Makes it a little bit more dense and it doesn't crumble as bad when you use
right
pudding
when you
mix.
it gives it a little bit more
Yeah.
stability.
Yes.
And always put some vanilla extract in it. That always helps too. So just a couple of tidbits here, and I'll show you what I made this morning. Now Miranda's cake is going to be, and y'all are not going to get to see the finished product today because
No, but
it
we'll
takes
video
hours
it.
to
Yeah.
make
Right.
a cake like this. But we will video it, and we'll show you this weekend when we're in Wichita Falls. It's going to be two-tiered. And so I'm using a recipe that we're going to mix up today. It's an almond cream cake recipe. It is a fantastic recipe. It takes time to make it. It's not something you can throw together in 5 minutes, but it's well worth the time and effort.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, I'm doing 2 tiers 3 layers on each tier. I'm doing the 8-inch, which my pans are professional cake pans, and these are 3 inches. Yeah, these are 3 inches. So they'll be 3
It'll be a big
tall,
cake.
and then there'll be 3 6-inch on top of that. Now this is I always try to cook in a higher pan. This is actually a 4-inch here. No, it's not. It's a 3. I thought that was a 4. It looks like a 4. Anyway, don't try to put it in a shallow pan. If you have deeper pans, use them. That helps kind of level it off too. So the pink layers are going to be in the middle of the white layers.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
And I'm doing white. It won't have any egg yellows in this white cake, so it'll be a white cake. But I'll show you the pink ones that I made this morning.
That's why your house felt so good, that cake. You had faith.
And I've got a 6-inch and I've got an 8-inch. We're going to have to level these. You can see there's a little man. And I'll tell you a little secret. If I had a bit in here when these come out of the oven, it wouldn't have had that dome on it. Mike, bless his heart, he took them out of the oven. I was trying to get my bath and get ready. And I had my timer set, but it went off before I got in here. So we're going to take a little trim thing. We're going to trim the top of this off. There's several different ways you can trim a cake like that, or if you take it out of the oven when it's first done. We've showed this before. You can press it down and make it level. You could also turn it over, and put something on top of it and mash it down. But it smells really good.
It sure does.
So that's going to be the middle of the cake. And it'll be a pink layer in the middle of 2 white layers.
And I got up this morning at 4:30 and I made some pumpkin fudge, which we'll be doing next month.
Oh my goodness.
We'll be doing that next month live, but I made some this morning because I'm going to take some up there to, matter of fact, it was one of our followers that sent us the recipe.
It's
Yes.
you're right, it was.
I wonder, where did I do it that? Let me see. I already gave it to Mike. He had,
This other way here.
I don't know what I done with it. I might have left it at home. I forgot who it was. It sent us, I know who it was. It's Betty Carver. Betty Carver. She sent us that recipe, and yes, Betty, I made it this morning, and I hadn't cut it because it has to cool for a while, but I know it's going to be delicious.
Okay, so we're
All right, let me
making
wash my hands.
what is an almond cream cake, but we're not putting the almond in it because Mary has my great-grandson that is highly allergic to nuts. So we're just leaving the almond extract out, and we're replacing it with vanilla. So, and I'm using my big bowl here, and the reason I'm doing this is because you have to fold in egg whites, and my other bowls, my Pampered Chef bowls, are just not quite big enough to do that without it coming over the top. So I'm going to be using the multiplex mixer, and this is why I wanted a cordless mixer, was for this bowl.
That
If
deep
you
bowl.
tried to do a mixer that has a cord on these deep bowls, they just don't work.
Okay.
So,
So
if
you
you'll
got-
turn that recipe around there so
Okay.
I can see it and I can kind of tell what I'm doing.
All right.
And I'm using 3 sticks of soft butter. And this is salted.
Now you're going to cream that before I put the sugar in it?
Yes, I'm going to cream this just a bit.
Okay.
This may get a little bit loud here, so if anybody, all right, Mary, tell me what you, I got it. You can ask her what to do. This is real soft, Mary, so you can go ahead and grab these and some other things for me.
That's 1 cup of sugar.
Let me get this mixed up.
All right. I got to cut me a few more to get it out. And we're using imperial sugar.
It's extra fine, and people ask us all the time, does it make a difference? And yes, it absolutely does make a difference.
so long, but we sure did.
before we started.
Linda reminded us to put the title on the video, and sometimes we forget to do that.
It's 1.5, right? What did you put in here?
It's two and
Oh, 2 and
a
4.
quarter.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the
Are
butter.
you ready for it?
I'm ready.
And that's 2 cups. And a quarter.
You go ahead and put it in there.
And this is cake flour. This is cake flour that I'm spooning into this measure cup.
You'll see that this is pretty thick. It's not because normally you would cream sugar, butter, and eggs, right?
Right.
But this is just sugar and butter. So it's, yeah, sugar and butter. So it's a little bit thicker. And then we got the milk sitting here. And we're going to alternate with the dry ingredients and
I'm gonna mix it. And the flour is 4 cups.
we're doing a recipe and a half. Because we got several.
Because you got
so
several, yeah. That's 2. I'm spooning this cake flour in here, so I won't be packing it. Or you did. I had it here. Oh, there, what did you do? I had it this time. Here it is. And then a half cup. 4.5. That's 4.5 cups of cake flour. And then I put a teaspoon of salt and 3 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm just gonna kind of work this around and stir it in here together a little bit. That cake flour is real light.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. You still alternate?
Yeah.
And this is 1.5 cups of milk. I'm trying not to talk because of the mixer. I don't want to try to talk over. been flawed, actually.
I think so. The recipe is almost like velvet when you get finished with it.
You put the flavor in the whites.
No, I'm gonna put it in there.
Okay.
I am.
This will be all the flour. Put the tab in there. Okay, now are you ready for the flavor?
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
the double strength temperature flavoring.
One's enough for that.
It is okay.
Yeah, because it's so fine.
I think that's what I did with that pie I made the other day when I used that cinnamon. It was too strong. I think that's what it was. Could have been. You want me to get that on?
That's all right. I'm not gonna take it all.
Okay.
Okay, we're done with the noise now. Move this and get this out of the way.
Well, there's just no way you can make a cake without using the mixer.
We can't. Okay,
It's gonna get some of this flour good.
I'm gonna move this and then I'm gonna go in there and get the egg whites, Mary, so we can coat
Are
it
you
in.
gonna use this flavor anymore?
No, I'm through with it.
I think. Cut it off. It looks really good, Linda.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's a very good cake. I remember the first time I made this cake, I took it to one of my, actually the first customer that bought from me. I took him, I'm gonna wait till you get back over here, I'm gonna wash my hands.
Okay.
I took him and his wife a piece, and Keith and Amber, and he texted me about an hour later, and he told me, he calls me Miss Linda. He said, Miss Linda, he said that possibly might have been the best cake I've ever put in my mouth, and that made me feel so
Well,
good.
this is one of the cakes that we made the very first bazaar we had over there.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Wedding. It was a wedding.
Yeah.
What was that? A wedding? It was advertised
The
a wedding.
expo? It
Yeah,
was
the
the
expo.
expo.
That's what
Yeah.
it was. The expo. You made the almond cake. Wasn't that
Yes,
the big cake
it
you
was.
made with the almond?
And
That's what I thought.
had a little bit of egg whites that was settled in the bottom of that, but this was beat really good when I put it in the refrigerator. But and the recipe calls for you to beat it and put it in the refrigerator, but it probably was in there just a tad longer than what it could have been. So y'all will see how this is gonna just maybe lighten this up a little bit, and the dough's not
be
gonna
kind of like a sponge
quite as-
cake, won't it?
Yeah,
with
no.
that beating the eggs. Right.
Yes.
I do my Italian cream cakes that way.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes,
I do
you
too.
beat the egg
Matter of
whites
fact, I'm gonna
separate.
make one. I think that's what I'm gonna make to take down there to the bazaar is Italian cream
Okay.
cake.
When is y'all's bazaar, Mary?
I mean, not bazaar.
The reunion?
Yeah, the Lumen reunion. I think I'm gonna make a Italian cream cake. So.
I'm sure I've made all kinds of faces. I've been doing this. Probably.
I do that.
Probably
I
have
do that
dentists,
too.
and somebody's probably gonna be saying, "What's wrong with Linda? She's making weird faces."
I go back and look at the video sometimes, and I think, oh my goodness, do all kinds of things. I stick my tongue out as one of the things that I do while I'm cooking.
Okay.
All right, now you want to pour that in?
Now, I've got
Now, do
this
you
pretty
measure
much-
that?
I'm not gonna measure it.
Okay.
I'm gonna eyeball it. But if you'll just kind of
You want me to hold the bowl or this pan?
hold the pan, please.
Okay.
And I probably should have got you another spatula. Maybe I could just. I'm
You want
probably
me
gonna
to?
put some more in this, but I'm gonna put some.
Do you want me to get another spatula?
in that second drawer? That way you can kind of help me with it if you don't mind. You can pretty much tell that one's gonna have more in it. than this.
Are you just doing 2 layers?
I've got to
on
do the
this?
6-inch layer too.
Okay.
Whoops, I got some of it.
I don't know what it is when you're doing on camera. It just, you just make mistakes sometimes. Get in a hurry, I think is what it is.
Well, most people cook by themselves. They're not cooking with a helper. And you get used to a helper and you wonder how you ever done it by yourself.
I know. I tell you, I sure have enjoyed this last year. I'm getting to visit with you and cook with you for
I got a
2
lot
days a
of
week.
this one.
Yeah, that's a lot.
This is going to make a really tall cake. I'm sorry, Mary, you already had that one done.
That's okay. You put some more in it, either one of them.
Actually, it's not going to matter because I'm probably going to cut this big layer in two anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I do that a lot of times. Cupcake it layer
Tell
in
me
2.
if you think that those are about even.
I think these 2 are. The big one is still a little bit bigger. You can put a little bit more in this one.
Now, I want to tell y'all something about it. I'm going to turn that oven down in just a second. But when you're cooking a cake that's this thick, you do not
You
want
have
to
to
cook it at 350 degrees because if the
It
edges
takes
are going to
longer.
burn. You want to cook it 325 degrees, and I'm going to turn my oven down in a minute. And it takes, it's probably going to take 45 or 50 minutes. Would you get that batter off the side, Mary? I keep messing it up. And sometimes, depending on how big they are, sometimes it even takes over an hour.
I like as long as I'm on you, Linda.
I think I pretty much got it in that pan there.
I think these are pretty
On that
well
roll.
even. I think they're all 3 gonna be about the same, Linda. I think we got them pretty well. That might be a little bit.
Can you rate that
I
off?
sure can. I'm gonna put it in
I
this.
don't want to lose one of it.
Spatulas, I sure do love them.
Okay, I'm going to turn my oven down to 325.
Okay.
And I'm going to put,
You gonna put them all in there, or you gonna cook
no,
them?
I'm going to put them all in here. I'm going to put the little one on the bottom and the 2
Okay.
8-inch ones on the top.
Okay. Well, let you, since I'm not holding it very good, I'm gonna let you take it.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
wash my hands.
We're going to set the timer for 39 minutes. That's usually what I start off with, is 39 minutes. I may check them before then. If I start smelling them, you can smell a cake when it starts getting close to being done.
Yeah.
If you got a good smeller, which
I
I do.
Me too.
I can smell something after Mike's pop popcorn, and 9 times out of 10, I'll come in here to make sure the burner's not still on. We'll just get this set this over here for now, Mary. We can go back over here and sit down a minute and talk. Because we want to talk about the website a minute, right?
Okay, yes.
Linda deserves a medal for following us around.
I know. Okay.
So, cakes in the oven. Now, I didn't have enough to do the little pan, so I'll make another cake for that. I'll probably make another kind since I'll be making completely different. Those little cakes are going to be to go in the little bags for the kids.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, are you gonna dress frost the one this morning or not?
No, because I don't even
Change your
have
mind.
the.
Okay.
Well, I didn't actually change my mind. I
Oh,
just
okay.
hadn't got any buttercream made.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it takes a little while to make buttercream. I mean, it don't take that long, but
Yeah.
you're doing it on the mixer.
And I've been able to ask you, and I hadn't done it yet, cupcakes. If I make a dozen cupcakes, I think I'm gonna take them and then frost them there. I
Okay.
think that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, I'll have enough buttercream left over.
You think you will?
I think I will because we're
'Cause
gonna.
I can make some and take it. if you
We're
want
going
me
to cover the cake in fondant,
Mhm.
right?
Right. Mhm.
Mary is really good with material. I'm not good with material. So she does really good getting that fondant smooth on it. I could stack a cake 4 foot high and not bat an eye, and we've done it
Yes,
before.
we have.
But when it comes to fondant, I leave that to my sister because she knows how to smooth all them gathers out. And I've done it, but it's not
Yeah,
like
you
it's
can.
not like the way Mary does it. So anyway, we're going to have Miranda's theme is cows.
Yes. I think
And I
that's-
guess you up to
I've
this
been
hour,
looking
they
everywhere for
didn't-
cows, and I cannot find any little ceramic cows. So I just got some little polka dot things to put on the table.
Put on there.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do, the cake's going to be covered in white fondant, and then we're going to do little cutouts of black to put around the cake. We're going to put a pink ribbon and then a pink bow, a pink ribbon to separate, kind of covers the seam when you're putting tiers together. We usually put pearls or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
but we're going to do a ribbon and then put a pink bow. I kind of took 2 or 3 pictures and kind of put them together.
Yeah.
And I can't draw a stick, y'all, and I'm serious. I can't draw a stick. All of Mary's kids are excellent
Yeah,
artists.
yeah.
They can draw anything,
They do.
but
That's true.
I can't. But I traced off the picture of Miranda's invitations, and I blowed it up, and so that's what I'm going to do a template on cardboard, and that's what I'm going to use on the top layer. That's
That'd
the
be
cow
beautiful.
face.
That'd be beautiful.
And then we got some really pretty flowers that I'm going to enlist my sister in to help with. So
Oh,
she's the
I'm
florist.
excited about it. It's been a while since we had a little baby.
Yeah.
Especially a little girl.
A little girl.
What's it been, 11 years?
In your
Yes.
family, yes.
Yeah,
Caitlin's
and
11. Yeah, it is. We have some other little girls
Oh,
in
yeah,
our
in the
big
family,
family,
right,
but in Mary's
right,
family, it's been
right.
that long. But I remember when I made Bradley's cake. Remember? When
Yes, I do.
Miranda was
It-
pregnant with
yeah,
Bradley?
because he was born in December and it was freezing. We put a high chair out on the porch, remember? And had him put him in the high chair, and it was so cold we couldn't stay out there but just a few minutes. You remember that? It was so cold.
And that was fun too.
Yeah.
That was a real fun party. That was at Carla's house. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. And so Thursday we won't be cooking, but we will be doing some
We'll be-
clips.
We'll be on the road.
We'll be on our
Tracking.
way up there. We're going to go by and see our brother
Charles
and Linnell
Linnell.
and his family, whoever's available. And then we'll be heading on toward Wichita Falls. And we're hoping that we get to see a bunch
Busy
of little
weekend.
kids.
A
Yeah.
busy weekend.
And you plan to do some clips during the
and
the
during
shower,
the-
right?
Yeah, we'll do some clips during the shower. Yeah.
And then the next week when we come back, Mary's got another busy week, Mary and her family, because it's the Lumen reunion.
It's 2 back to back. It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough on Mary, but she's
But that's
tough
okay.
and she'll make
That's
it.
all right. We'll
She'll
be
make
fine.
it. So anyway, I think I told y'all last time, or I don't know if it was at Mary's house or if it was here, but I think I told y'all October the 1st, our website, our brand new website will be live, but it will be October the 5th. And that was not anyone's fault but mine, because I am so anxious. And I just said
Our
October the
website.
1st, but the website will be live October the 5th. And we have got some very exciting things that we're going to be doing.
Yes.
We're going to be giving away some huge giveaways.
Yes.
We'll tell you more about that. And Mary, I guess we're going to find out how much people really love us, right?
Well, it's a change. It's a change, but I think it's gonna be good. I think
Well,
it's gonna be good.
it's going to be, we have for a year, we have wanted and have prayed and we've cried and I've fussed probably more than I should have, but we've tried to figure out some way to get to do this to where it's more secure.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's no doubt about where you're at when you're on our site, which you are on our site now, by the way. Anybody comes on there and says you're not, don't pay any attention to them.
Unless they steal our whole video, you know, if they steal a whole video and we say that, well then, but anyway, we're getting there. It's
Yeah.
going to be where we,
It's going to
You'll
be,
know.
and every day, you and I both have people ask us for recipes, and it's not to sound ungrateful at all, because this is still overwhelming to both of
yeah,
us,
yeah.
that people do love us enough to want to see our videos, but it's just impossible to
We can't
keep
reach
up
out.
with the demand
Yeah.
of trying to get the videos and tell them. And sometimes I feel so bad that I can't do it. But if we do it for one, then we got to do it for another one. And then before you know it, we've spent several minutes or hours of our day doing this. So we're trying to do this to where it will be easier for everyone and
To get the recipe.
be easier for us. And have you heard from Karen about the book?
No, I haven't, because you know, Aunt Linda.
Yes, she had
knee
surgery. Yes,
So
yes.
no, I haven't talked. I haven't talked to Karen this week, but I don't know where she's at on the book. I don't know.
Okay.
But we do have a publisher for the book.
Yes, we
So
do.
once it gets all typed and gets, you know, we're in the process. We're hoping to have that out by.
We're hoping to have it to
December.
where you can buy it
Yeah.
before Christmas is what
Yes.
we're hoping. And that is going to be one happy day.
I know.
It's
I
going to
know,
be so
I know.
happy. I'm going to be so happy. We're all going to be so happy. But anyway, we're excited about the new things that are coming. And we think that y'all will be too. We really do think you will. And is there anything else that you want to say, Mary? I know we
No.
haven't been over not quite our
well,
normal
that's okay.
time.
Well, it's okay.
But,
we're just
Want
gonna.
to do the question and answers?
Yeah, let's take a few questions.
Because Linda can give us the questions. If y'all have any questions, I know there's some new people out there, and I've noticed on some of the comments that they texted or our text that they're asking, they don't know about us because they're new.
just started following
Just
us.
started following us. So if you're new and you're on watching us now, if you have a question, just put it on there, and Linda can tell us.
And for everyone that may be new, we are sisters. There's 17 months difference in our age. I'm the gray-headed one, but I'm the youngest.
Hey, I got gray hair too.
Not much. And a lot of people, and somebody asked me this week, what is it with Pinky Mouse? How did y'all
Right.
choose Pinky Mouse? And that was our paternal grandparents. We grew up beside them, lived beside them all of our life, growing up as
Right.
children and young adults. And our Ma Lee, Pinky Mouse, actually, she knew how to cook and she knew how to
Yeah.
bake, but she wasn't a baker.
No,
She
she
sewed.
sewed.
She was a seamstress. But our Ma Lee and Mama and her sisters and our great grandmother and our great aunts, they were bakers
Bakers.
and cooks. I mean, they could put something up on the table that would melt in your mouth and not have anything like we have to work with. Probably didn't even have, well, I know our great grandmothers didn't, probably didn't even have mixers to mix it
No,
with,
I
did
don't think they did. No. Well, I remember whenever I was baking when I was a kid, we didn't have a
We didn't
mixer.
have a mixer, no.
You
we
talking
started
about
by
beating
hand.
them egg whites? I would beat them and beat them and beat them and beat them with trying to get them egg whites to fluff up, and that was hard. And I was a teenager, but I remember
That's how people cooked
we didn't
back
have a
then.
mixer. Boy, I tell you what, that's hard to do. Beat them egg whites by hand. I beat it with the fork. Literally beat it with the fork.
I don't doubt it. I remember the
remember.
first time that I bought, Mike and I, for Christmas, we went to Mesquite. We were living in Fort Worth, and we went to Mesquite over there to Montgomery Ward's and bought Mama a stand mixer, and that's the first one she'd ever
Yes,
owned. and that was in the 80s.
We had them kind of
Yeah, the
beaters
little beaters
that
that you
turn
turn.
like this, and it just go round and round and round and round.
Yeah.
But it still take a long time.
It took a long time to do
Yeah.
it. So we grew up with good food and people that knew how to cook. Do we have any questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Shoes. Where did you get your shoes,
Me?
Mary?
Here. Okay.
I told Linda when I came in this morning, I said, well, I'm feeling all hippie today.
Show us your shoes.
Okay. These are my shoes, and I think they come from TJ Maxx. Is that where you got them? My sister brought them for me.
Yeah, they were TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. She came in one day and she said, Mary, I found you some shoes. She had bought her a pair, and they didn't have the kind that she bought for me, so she just bought me these. But Linda, they come from TJ Maxx, and they're soft. They're really, really soft.
We're
Really
very
soft.
particular about the shoes that
Yeah.
we wear, and
I have
know
to have something soft
if they're
on my feet.
comfortable to me, they're going to be comfortable
Yeah.
to Mary.
Yeah.
And Mary's foot is narrow, and mine's fat
And skinny, my foot.
like the rest of me. But Mary's got a very narrow foot, and anyway.
Most of my shoes I buy at Dillard's. Somebody had asked me about those shoes they're like tennis shoes, but the back's cut out, and I got those at Dillard's. Most of my shoes I buy at Dillard's are Famous Footwear. That's the two places,
Okay.
because I have to have Lifestride or Easy Spirit
Clark's.
or Clark's. I have to have them because of my feet being sore.
And we both have high arches.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So
The other thing is, does Carla still help on your live videos?
Yes, she monitors.
yeah.
And she's at home. She's in Wichita Falls, but she monitors. And as y'all all know, we got scammers on there. People trying to pick up girlfriends and all. She tries her best to catch those as soon as they put them on there and ban them.
Yeah.
Now, I tell you what those scammers have been doing. I've been noticing they're smart. They know.
wait.
They know that Carla's doing that, so they wait to the next day, and then I will open up and look at the comments, and it would just be full of scammers wanting somebody to friend them and all. So we have to go back the next day and go through comments and ban. We ban them if
We
there's.
do. And you know something, our site is for, and we love our male followers. We have
Yes.
lots of good
Yes.
men that
Yes,
follow
we
us
do.
that we love.
Yes, we do.
We welcome everyone following us, but you people that are trying, whether you're male or female, if you're trying to pick up somebody, y'all need to go somewhere else,
Right.
because that's our place is
No.
not the place to do that. It costs us
Right.
a lot of time to get you off of there. So I wish
We have to
you
do
could just
2
go somewhere
steps
else.
for every comment that somebody puts. It's 2 steps to get them off.
Yes,
And it just
yes.
takes time. What's another?
Where did you get the blue and white bowl?
Oh, that's a Pampered Chef Bowl. It's a brand new fall product, and y'all can go to mine and Mary's other pages, and we both have links on there if they want to order that product. But it's microwavable, and I can't say anything else about it. But it's a Pampered Chef Bowl.
And then, are you Pentecostal?
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
We're
Born and raised.
born and raised Pentecost. Yes. Yes. All our life. We was raised that way and still that way today. So.
Yeah. Any more?
And the centerpiece on your table. They love the centerpiece on your table.
Now, I'm going to laugh at that one. My sister is the one that does flower arrangements. I put that together last year, just buying a couple of different pieces. So I
She
made
did
that.
good. She did good. You did real good. She knows that I'll make her arrangements, but you know my sister's very independent. She wants to do it herself, so she done one. But I do have one that I'm making for you for it's a little small. Around that little wood box, I gave you
Okay,
something for your
yeah.
birthday, and I said I was going to make you something. I'm going to make you a fall one.
Okay, thank you. Mary and Mama, they were like flowers and crafts, and the fried pies. You know, I didn't see any need in me doing any of that because they did it so much better than I did. Of course, I did learn how to make fried pies, and I could put something together in pinch. It just wouldn't look as professional as what Mary does.
Well, I tell you, yesterday I'm so busy with everything that I'm doing right now, and I've got a couple craft projects that I want to do, and And I thought, now that's what I want to do. That's fun. To me, that's a hobby. I love making arrangements. I'm going to make little Linda one for her coffee table for the fall. And so I said, well, I'll make you one because I had promised you one. But I'd love to do decorating and flower arrangements.
Mary's always been good. She took after Mama with that. So
That's,
putting stuff
yeah, I'm
together
just
and
in my
designing.
element. I'm just in my element whenever I'm doing that. I just love to do it. So anyway.
Any other questions?
Yes, there's more. I just didn't know if y'all wanted to.
Maybe one or two more?
Okay. What's the difference between cake flour and regular flour?
Mary, you can hone in on a little bit on this. It's lighter.
It's lighter.
Yes.
It's like it's pre-sifted. I don't know if it says it's pre-sifted, but it's much lighter. It's not a heavy flour.
It's not like your
You can-
all-purpose regular
Yes,
flour.
it's very light. Honestly, it's probably sifted 2 or 3 times because there's a recipe I made the other day, and I sifted that flour about 3 times, and it was regular all-purpose flour, but it was so light because I had sifted it several times. So I think that's the difference in cake flour, and it already has the. I was thinking it already had the other stuff in it, doesn't it, Linda?
I'm not
Salt,
sure.
salt, and the
Does
baking
or not?
powder. There is a difference, but
No,
that's what
it doesn't have any leavening agents in
Okay,
it.
okay.
But
I think you have to, if you, I read in a recipe one time, if you're using cake flour, I think, no, I'm not going to say that. I started saying you use a little bit less, but what it is,
Probably.
it probably is less when you measure it because it's so lighter. So it's really not as heavy as regular flour.
I would suggest if a recipe calls for cake flour, to use it.
Yes, or sift your flour several times. Yes.
Several people said that they love watching you, and a couple people commented on that they can't hear you very well. So are y'all planning on doing something about that?
Yes. Go ahead, Mary.
Well, we have got microphones, and we actually were planned on having them today.
We just got them in yesterday.
Yeah, we just got them yesterday, but we're learning how to use them, and we did not want to experiment on y'all. But yes, we've got microphones. We're both going to have microphones on, so y'all will be able to hear us really well from now on. The next video we do, we'll have our mics on, so
Well,
you'll be able to
are we
hear them
going to
better.
have them on at Wichita Falls?
Yeah, we may have them on at Wichita
Okay.
Falls. We'll try to do that. Have them on at Wichita. Yeah, because it's going to be her party's on the back
Outside.
porch,
Yeah.
and so we'll have our mics on next time. So we're steadily trying to improve.
Yes, we're trying to make it good for y'all.
Right. Any other questions?
When are y'all going to be live next?
Thursday on the way to Wichita Falls.
Yeah, on the way to
We'll
Wichita.
probably have to pick a time when we've got a good signal, but we'll do some clips
In
on
the
the
car.
way in the car, and we may do a little clip at Charles Linnell's
Yeah.
when we get there.
Yeah. We're just going to be doing so on Thursday. We may have several little clips
So it
off and on
right.
Thursday.
We may not create an event because we don't.
Right.
We won't know exactly the timeline, but our brother is a great storyteller, and y'all have heard him tell some stories, and we may film a little bit while we're at his house.
Okay.
And then the next time would be Saturday evening, right?
And then Saturday at the
At the
baby
shower.
shower. Yeah, we'll be on again Saturday. So and then you'll be back on again live Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm not sure that I'm going to be with her Tuesday.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit much for you to come
might
in
be.
late Sunday from Wichita Falls and get ready because y'all are going down
I'm
there.
making 2 pork roasts before I go on Tuesday. I'm gonna cook the roast before I go down there because I'm serving the baked potatoes with the pulled pork.
Do you need
on
to
Wednesday.
take my quick cooker?
No,
So you cook
no,
both at the same
no.
time?
I'll just cook one, then put another one in.
Okay, we'll be welcome to take
I
it.
know, but it's too much trouble. I feel like I'm carrying the house as it is. My son, he's taking a whole, what is that, an 8-foot trailer with stuff on it, plus
Oh, my
his truck. It's like moving when you're going camping. Of course,
But y'all will be down there all week.
yeah, of course we'll have a travel trailer, but it's still, putting stuff in it too, anyway. It's just a lot to it. And every year I think I'm just gonna back out. Because it is so, because it's like moving down there and you get back, you gotta unpack it, so.
And you're going bigger this year than
And
you
I
have in a
know,
while.
so, anyway, we'll enjoy it. It's important to be with family, you know, it's
You
important.
have to keep things going because if
You
you
do.
don't, then the generations behind
Yes.
y'all, they won't keep it going.
No.
So you're establishing
Right.
something, and this has been going on for 50 years anyway.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
over 50 years, yeah.
Yes.
Sure has.
Well, we're still a little bit under our cakes are not done yet, but we will let y'all see this cake, and hopefully it's going to be as cute as I think it's going to be.
Oh,
and
I know it
Miranda
is.
loves it.
I know it is. Linda's really good at making, decorating a cake, so it's gonna be beautiful. I'm looking forward to it, so.
So I hope y'all have a good week, and we will see y'all sometimes Thursday on our way to Wichita Falls.
Right. Thank y'all and count your blessings.
We love
Bye-bye.
y'all.
Love you.